Okay, you know the sound. You're tuning up, you turn the peg, and then you hear that little metallic ping as the string just jumps in pitch. You do one string bend and suddenly you're flat. So your first thought is, it's got to be the tuners. You're already online, ready to drop $100 on some fancy new locking pegs. But I'm telling you, the problem probably isn't there. It's almost always right here. Today, we're going to dig into the physics of friction and talk about why your guitar's nut is the real tuning culprit.
So let's get right to it. That ping sound, that little click you hear when you're tuning, it's not just some quirky noise your guitar makes. It's a flashing red light. It's symptom number one of a major tuning stability problem. It's literally the sound of the string getting stuck and then suddenly breaking free from the friction in the nut slot instead of just gliding smoothly like it's supposed to.
And this is where so many of us get it wrong, and it costs us money. We immediately blame the hardware we can see and touch, the tuners. I mean, it makes sense, right? But as the experts at StewMac always say, even the most expensive, top-of-the-line tuners can't fix a problem that's happening somewhere else on the guitar.
So here's the bottom line. Before you even think about spending money on new hardware, your first stop has got to be the nut. The entire job of the nut is to be a smooth, low-friction guide for your strings. The second it fails at that job, your tuning stability is just gone. This spot, this tiny piece of plastic or bone, is where the battle for staying in tune is truly won or lost.
All right, let's pop the hood and see what's really going on mechanically. What is actually happening inside that tiny nut slot when the string makes that pinging sound? Well, the core of the problem has a name. It's called string binding, and it is all about friction.
So here's the official definition. When you tune your guitar, or you do a string bend, that string needs to slide nice and easy right through that little slot in the nut. This is what equalizes the tension all the way from the tuning post down to the bridge. If the slot is too tight and it pinches the string, that free movement just stops. You end up with two different amounts of tension on either side of the nut, and that is a perfect recipe for tuning disaster. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't some old Luthier's tale, it's straight up physics. This quote here is from a real scientific paper. It basically says that any point with significant friction, and our nut is the perfect example, is going to create that imbalanced tension. And that imbalance is exactly why your string goes sharp or flat after a big bend.
So how does this actually happen? How can this tiny piece of material cause so much trouble? Well, there are really two main ways a nut can create enough friction to bind up a string. And if you understand these two, you'll know exactly how to fix it for good.
All right, let's break down the two big offenders here. On the left, we've got side pinching. This one's pretty obvious, right? The slot is just too darn narrow for the string. This happens all the time when people switch to heavier strings but don't get their nut filed to match. But the one on the right, V pinching, that's the more common and sneaky one. This happens over years of playing where the string literally wears a sharp V shape into the slot, causing it to get wedged at the bottom instead of resting on a nice smooth curve.
Okay, so before you grab any tools or lubricants, we gotta be 100% sure the nut is the problem. And guess what? There's a super simple, foolproof test you can do right now to confirm it. So how do we prove it? How can you know for sure that there's trapped tension on one side of that nut? You don't need any fancy equipment. All you need is a tuner and your finger.
All right, pay attention. This is the behind the nut press test. It's easy. First, tune the string you're having trouble with. Get it perfectly in tune. Second, press down hard on the string behind the nut, in that space between the nut and the tuner. You're forcing any stored up tension to slip across the nut. Third, let go and play the open string again. Now look at your tuner. Did the note jump sharp? If it did, bingo. You've just proven that the nut is binding the string.
Okay, so you did the test and the note went sharp. Congratulations, you found the problem. And the best part? The fix is ridiculously easy. Seriously, it's fast, it's cheap, and it works like a charm. We're just going to eliminate that friction. So what do you use? You've got a bunch of great options. Of course, there are the commercial products, things like Big Ben's Nut Sauce or Tune It from Music Nomad. They work great, they're basically Teflon in a little tube. But you know what? The old school method works just as well. Just take a regular graphite pencil and shade the inside of the slot. Some people even mix that graphite powder with a little Vaseline to make their own paste. They all get the job done. And applying this stuff is super, super easy. First, just loosen the string enough so you can pop it out of the slot. You don't have to take it all the way off. Then, take a second to clean any gunk or dust out of there. Now, apply just a tiny bit of your lubricant right into the empty slot. You can use the pencil tip itself or maybe a toothpick. Finally, just put the string back where it belongs and tune it back up to pitch.
That's it. You're done. So you've gone through the diagnosis. You've spent 30 seconds applying a tiny bit of lubricant. What's the payoff? Why did we just go through all this? Well, this is the moment you get it all back.
This is it. This is what you get. Perfect tuning stability. By making that nut slot slippery, the string can now glide back and forth like it's on ice. It returns to the exact right pitch after every single bend, every time you use your tremolo bar. That annoying ping is gone for good, and your tuning is finally rock solid.
And I really want to leave you with this piece of wisdom from the folks at StewMac, because it just hits the nail on the head. Please do not go spend a bunch of money on fancy new tuners until you've made sure your nut is working properly. Your wallet is definitely going to thank you for it. Sometimes the best upgrades are the simplest and the cheapest. So, there you have it. The next time you're tuning up and you hear that dreaded ping, you're not going to panic. You're not going to start shopping for tuners. You're going to know exactly what's going on and exactly how to fix it in less than a minute. The only question now is, what are you going to do with the $100 you just saved?